Hello and welcome back once again, my friends, pioneers, awakened souls, werewolves, divergence, and glitches, to another episode of the Daily Candle Close News. Wake me up when September ends. Peace, love, and harmony to all of you beautiful pioneers. Another beautiful day. I woke up like this, all magical and fly and beautiful, feeling abundant. How are you doing, pioneers? Look, it's not a conspiracy theory. Rather, it is a spoiler alert that we are living in the final end times, the last days, the age of Aquarius, the golden age, the age of revelations. The reason why is because a lot of people know and see so much is happening in the world right now. Today, it feels like something is ending, but it is just beginning. We are actually in the apocalypse, which emanates from the Greek word apocalypsis, which means a lifting of the veil, an uncovering. The next global major event is near. It is here. Pioneers, I've told you, we've got a whole lot to talk about. The Kali Yuga cycle, revelation cycle. Pioneers, we're going to talk about the Maui blue, and we're going to talk about some other things. But decode these Maui fires, because it's getting so much prana and energy from people in the world. So hit that like button if you support the real, if you support the truth, because we're going to give you the truth behind the color blue. So let's go, pioneers. Deep diving once again with Coach Abe here at the Daily Candle Close News. Peace, love, and abundance. Again, I'm diving deep. Beautiful pioneers, we are here right now today in the Theta realms. How you feeling? You see that UFO? I know. Let's breathe though. Cause that's sexy. That's special. That breath work. Breathing out all them worries, that fear. Hakuna Matata, no worries. What are we doing every single day? Raising the frequency, raising the vibrations. Let's go. Take that, take that. Sending you beautiful blue hearts your way. I'm FaceTiming live in you right now today, and if you are watching this video, pioneers, it is your confirmation that in this very moment right now today, you can trust that every little thing is gonna be alright. I told you. Why, pioneers? Because the universe is making a way for us. If you're ready, just say, I'm ready. Let's go, coach. Thank you. So I've been thinking, for my pioneers, I would talk about the Kali Yuga cycle and how something is on its way. The next major global event is here. It is near. Even the cat in the room knows. My son downstairs, he's aware. You see, pioneers, we are in the apocalypse, the lifting of the veil, the last cycle, the revelations. In many different cultures and texts, they talk about this cycle, this time, the next major event. We are in the final days, the end times. That's not to be scared of. Come on, the Matrix is ending, but it's just beginning again. Are you ready to have a resurrection? To break through to the other side? This is not a time to feel sad. This is a time to feel happy. Why? Because for something new to begin, something old has to end. Can I get a hello there? Let's go, pioneers. Diving deep. So, the next global major event that will knock your socks off. Let's talk about it. Because it's the Kali Yuga cycle. It is revelations. It is every other culture. Ragnarok. You know, in the ancient Hindu text in the Sanskrit, the oldest known language, they talk about the Kali Yuga. And this is the pressing day cycle, modern day cycle, right now today's cycle we are in. And it is a time of darkness, of confusion, ignorance on the planet. It is a time of hypocrisy. It is a time of judgment. And a time where human beings fall from grace. And a time of conflict and war and sin. Rampant materialistic endeavors by people hanging on to their things. And people lose connection with themselves, who they really are, their higher self. And it kind of sounds like, the world we are in right now today. But we can change. This is key though. This is all about signs of the times. So what are these signs? The signs of the times are the characteristics of the Kali Yuga cycle. Number 1, the prevalence of materialism and imperial thinking. So what does that mean, Coach? We can always receive right now. We can consume nonsense or we can consume knowledge. People are so materialistic they forgot about the spiritual way. Tapping in with their higher self, going within. Being their best self. This was all described in many texts. Again, don't live in the flesh, is what it says in your Bible. Another characteristic, number 2, of the Kali Yuga cycle: famine, disease, overpopulation, and seasons that have gone awry, sporadic. Climate change, they talk about hurricanes, wildfires. C-19, lockdowns round 2 coming soon. Rulers will cease promoting spirituality and be a danger to their people. See, that's the time we're in. That was number 3. Number 5, men and women will live together based on superficial attraction and wander from one partner to the next. That's happening. Number 6, law and justice will favor the powerful. So these are all the signs, the characteristics, the steps of the Kali Yuga cycle, and I think it's all here. Many people say this cycle lasts 5,000 years. Can you believe that, pioneers? And some people say we got a long time left before it ends. Some people say we only got a few years, according to the time we are in right now. Coming into the golden age, the age of Aquarius. But we're actually in the 4th cycle, the most destructive cycle, the Kali Yuga cycle. Shiva does her cosmic dance of destruction, ignorance, deceit, war, famine, disease. And after that comes the Kriti Yuga. And that is a cycle, pioneers, the golden age, the Aquarius age. So why did I name this video the next major global event is here? Wake me up when September ends. National Preparedness Month, because that's what it is. We are in the final days. You better be prepared of the Matrix. It is ending. It is crumbling right in front of our eyes. Pioneers, we live in a world so fake. I have told you that the truth actually scares people. What? There is no such thing as an accident, a coincidence in the universe, in the cosmos, the Maya, the illusion, the Matrix, the matrice meaning womb. Everything is happening in divine order and time. Slow motion for me, pioneers. Let's go. Can I get a hello there? There is no such thing as an accident or a coincidence. Everything is happening in the universe's divine order for a reason. It's part of the universal plan. And when you remind yourselves, pioneers, awakened souls, divergence, and glitches of werewolves, that there are floods, fires, disaster everywhere, it's not being reported on your broken compass news that keeps you lost, distracted, broken, confused. There are massive floods going on in India and Pakistan, in South Korea, wildfires in Louisiana and Greece. All roads lead to Rome. Even in Penn State there have been recent floods. This is all unprecedented. It's all happening for a reason, because we are in the final days. But don't be scared. We're in the age of revelations. The Kriti Yuga is coming. The golden age. The age of Aquarius. We're still going to see floods, famine, fires, disease, pandemics. Lockdowns round 2 coming soon. Joe Biden batter change. Are you ready? We know the chief of the World Health Organization said that the next pandemic is on its way. It is coming. It is near, pioneers. Bill Gates told us a few years ago the next pandemic was on its way, and it's going to be far, far greater, worse than C-19, the bear flu in 2020. Pioneers, this is not a time to be afraid. This is a time to be aware. Don't be scared. Let me repeat that. This is not a time to be afraid. Be aware. Don't be scared. Speak this into reality. Live with knowledge, gnosis, and wisdom. This is a time to be aware and awake, and a werewolf. Prepare yourself for the times we are in, that we are witnessing today, all around the world. We are in the times of ignorance. TikTok, WAP videos, sporting events, and chilling. Fantasy football is back. Oh Lord, let us pray. We are in that time where humanity still needs to wake up from the deep sleep, the illusion, the Maya, the Matrix, my tricks. Silly rabbit. In the rabbit year. This is why you see people taking selfies after selfie. They're mastering the selfie, but they ain't mastered thyself and realize they are the selfie. Slow motion for me, pioneers. It's tying into the Kali Yuga, this materialism and the fourth cycle of being, where human beings become self-absorbed, narcissistic. You thought I forgot about the fourth characteristic, didn't you? See, they lose empathy and they have apathy. What? Selfishness. They vibrate in fear, guilt, grief, shame. They vibrate in every man for himself instead of all of us as one. And this is why so many things are happening all at once in the world right now today. And the things I see all around the world in my life is that this is happening. This great awakening, it's happening slowly. Not everybody wakes up at the same time. I told you this. It's coming. The Great Awakening. But it's a sign that we're about to end the age of ignorance. And we're actually about to end the age of nonsense. And I think, and we're about to enter I know, because people want to know more. They want to know who they really are. They want to get in touch with their higher side. They know they've been lied to. I've done videos about this, pioneers, that the next major global event is coming for over a year now. But the Hopi prophecy tells us that when the earth is ravaged and the animals are dying and there's chaos, cat in the rooms running circles, going crazy, like she done did some catnip. When people come together from different colors and creeds and backgrounds, and whom by their actions and deeds, they'll make the earth green again. Pioneers, we are entering that age. Are you going to be a part of this community? The Hopi elders once said, humanity is in the last days of its modern civilization, because they have disrespected the laws of Gaia, the laws of Mother Nature. And this is why, the reason why all hell has been breaking loose. They have forgotten the ways. of the Most High, the cosmos, the universe, the divine. You see, the Yuga, the golden age, the age of Aquarius, the age of knowing, is the age of righteousness, the rapture. See, the age we are in right now, the Kali Yuga that is just ending still, is still hypocrisy, ignorance, deceit, darkness, war, discord, disharmony, instead of harmony and grace, love, and abundance. And we can look around and see this and realize that right now today that so many people are only out for themselves. Don't even care about they don't even know what's going on. Distractions, Maui blue fires, C-19. Everything is designed to take you away from who you really are right now. And this is why I'm making this video, is because I want you to vibrate in love, pioneers, not fear. I want all of you to vibrate in love, not fear, because in these times, these days, you have to be on the lookout. You have to be aware, because at any time, shit can hit the fan. It can get real. The roof is on fire. See, it can happen to you too. But if it's not happening to you, then why pay attention to it? It's taking your energy, your prana. Don't allow it to do that. See, this fire came, people talking about it. Now they're talking about how everything blue didn't burn. Well, that's why we're going to talk about Maui blue today. But we'll get into that. We remember a couple years ago when this came. Got to be careful on this channel. But it came and shook up the world. Back like 9/11 in 2001. You know? So, this is coming back up on the world stage. News. All at this time as we approach next year's, you know what? It's a pre-election year. Out of the blue, this came from nowhere. As we enter a blue moon this month, just passed through it. And this is why the chosen ones already know what's up with this blue decoded video. People getting right with themselves, starting to see more things happening in the world. Making connections, internet blackouts, coming soon. Lockdowns round 2, Joe Biden change, all kind of things are strange things are going to be happening. More wildfires, more school shootings. We told you it's coming. This is why you want to raise your frequency so high it's not going to affect you. The good news, pioneers, is that there is a 111, a 222, an 1111 repeating number awakenings happening right now. And if you're seeing these numbers, it's a great sign, pioneers. If you're seeing them, it means a new beginning is unfolding. You're leaving the Kali Yuga and entering the Krita Yuga. You're starting to see the glitches in the matrix and starting to realize this whole simulacrum. See, the great theoretical physicist Professor James Gates said, when he observes the universe, it appears like a web browser. Many people are now waking up that this could now be a massive simulation, simulacrum, illusion, Maya. It goes far back deeper to remind ourselves that the story we have been told is his story, it's not yours. So everything you know, almost everything you know is a lie unless you know thyself. Gnothi Sayatan, know thyself, and nothing but the truth. To thy own self be true. And this is when the great awakening happenings. When you start to wake up to who you truly are. And you start to say, oh my gosh, Coach A, we have done it again. Breakthrough, third eye opening. Reality is not what it seems. I am Neo Trinity in the Matrix, no longer blinded. The woolly is no longer pulled over my eyes to hide me from the truth, that I am the truth, that you are so much powerful than you have been told. Pioneers, awakened souls, aware wolves, divergence and glitches. The next global major event is here. And it's time to take charge. Be the change right now, today. Now, there have been so many UFO sightings recently, and a lot of people, Las Vegas, alien sightings and things, whatever, nonsense. These things have always been here. Remember, we are the ancient ones. From the ancient Kemites in Egypt to the Sumerians and the Phoenicians to modern day Iraq and the Elams, modern day Iran, people have always seen that there are other entities on this planet, the Elohim, the Nephilim. NASA's came out saying we're finding other Earths, Kepler 186f, Kepler 145b, I don't remember, man. The Pentagon's come out and confirmed UFOs, but we already know they've been here. All you're gonna start to see is we're gonna make contact. Alien invasion coming soon. Project Blue Beam, will you fall for it? We're gonna make contact. It's talked about it for thousands of years. Pioneers. These are really star beings. They're gonna reveal themselves to humanity. And this is on the way, and we've got to be aware today of what is coming. We got to be prepared in National Preparedness Month of September, because this is when things start to get really crazy. The cat in the room, my son downstairs, they already eating popcorn. They know what's coming. Let's go. We keep them prepared. You see, things are going to change on the world stage moving forward. Everything we know about Earth, about life, is about to be shattered. And pioneers, it is gonna open some eyes, some third eyes, all 9 eyes. When it's revealed the true history of where we came from, why we are here, why do you think Ridley Scott made things like Prometheus, Alien Covenant? He was trying to show us that actually human origins, nobody actually knows where they come from. They'll tell you Ethiopia or Lucy, but nobody questions that. Could it be the Anunnaki that created human beings to mine for gold, to take back to Nibiru? Oh, pioneers, we're diving deep today, but only for you to wake up and realize the true seeing and meaning behind the color blue, and the fact that we are in the final days of the Matrix, and the next major global event is unfolding. It is here. You see, we are in the end times, the time right now where the inorganic beings know that their time is up, and we are going to reign supreme again. And they're going to do everything in their power, in their soul, with them. They're going to do everything in their power and in their souls to take us with them to Hades. And we got to choose love over fear, choose freedom over slavery. But we got to remind ourselves of the time we are in, the rough period of the Kali Yuga. And therefore, pioneers, not everyone is going to make it. Not everyone is going to survive. And you got to keep your frequency high, vibrate high, peace, love, and abundance. 600 hertz on the vibrational frequency hertz chart. Remind yourself you are a star being having a human experience. You're a multi-dimensional being having a human experience. You can do anything. Pioneers. This is the birth of the golden age, the new dawn of awakening, where millions of people wake up to their true power and become their higher self. They stop being afraid, stop being scared, and they choose love over fear. False evidence appearing real. Only love can set us free. Remind ourselves, pioneers, that yes, the next major global event is here. Coach A prepared us, but you better prepare yourself mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, financially for what is coming. But if you keep your frequency so high, it's not going to affect you. You're going to do a samba, a dance. You're going to say, it feels good to be alive. Diving deep with Coach A, that old Coach A. I want everybody to hit that like button, that share, if you support the real, the truth, to get this out to more high conscious vibrational beings, so they can hear this too. As we talk about the color blue. Why are you so blue? That's why I'm just saying, it feels good to be alive on this beautiful day, on this bright, sunshiny day. The sky was out, the sun was out, shining, it was so blue. But lately, like I said, we've been seeing a lot of talk around the Maui blue fires, and how a lot of things that were blue did not burn, like things like blue cars, etc. Um, Everything blue. So we see a couple blue cars, still, not burnt. Blue houses. There are major other pictures out there, but it's reminding me again of the World Health Organization, of the Star of Israel. You know what I'm saying? The flag of Israel, or META, or FEMA, or all these World Economic Forum, United Nations, the United Police, the Blue Police that was formed on August 30th of 1939 in Germany. Huh. Anyways, it's all tying me back into, well, I don't know, martial law, Walmart. Things that, I'm paying attention to moving forward. Do we see military presence in the near distant future? Not maybe soon, not maybe this year, but if a next major global event is near, world wars, a battered change, could we see military presence at some of these places? I'm just saying. Alien invasion? Who knows? But everything blue staying, well, kind of intact. A lot of people are passing around this video of a laser burning a cloth of different colors except for blue. Well, why do you think that is, pioneers? Well, why so blue? The laser is blue. It reflects itself. Thank you very much. So we'll, share the truth behind why you see that right there. But these Maui blue fires, we'll talk about that, decode that a little bit. Maui blue tying us into 51. That's surprising. Why is that surprising? Because, well, it's tying us in the moon. 15 and 51, right? And we just had a blue moon, 2 full moons in the month of August. And we saw the Maui blue fires start on August 8th, which was the end of the Leo, the Lion's Gate portal, Leo, giving us the 15, the same as 51, 15 as above, so below, the same 15. We got a moon during our blue moon month, pioneers. Leo is known as the lion, giving us that same 16, and we see fire rituals. Well, 16, fire 16. Leo is a fire sign in the zodiac, okay? We see fire rituals during Leo. If we date back all the way to 5/1 of this year, May 1st, the Illuminati's birthday, or the start of Beltane, I prepared my pioneers for upcoming fire rituals. Months ago, back in May, 4 months before we saw these fires. We got fires happening all around the world right now, in places like Louisiana. Recently, they were just in North Carolina. Come on and stand up. North Carolina, both Duke, UNC have blue. UNC just had a recent school shooting, and again, it was since the Maui blue fires. UNC is the white and blue, like in the Louisiana flag, or the fires that are in Rome and Greece right now, the white and blue. Pay attention, pioneers. Why are you so blue? But again, if we just dive down even deeper and just type out Hawaii, we see the 15 and 51, the 111. We're seeing these fires in the 111th year since, well, the sinking of the Titanic. And did we not recently see the Titanic sink? Or the submersible, the Titan, sink to the bottom of the ocean before imploding during the sign of Cancer. Well, what is in the bottom of the ocean? It is crabs. Crabs are in the bottom of the ocean, correct? So more importantly about this, when the submersible imploded, it was during Cancer, the crab. And at the top of the Masonic arch, I've shared with my pioneers, you got the 69, the Cancer, the crabs. Crabs have blue blood called hemocyanin. Wow. That's the name of the Blue Bloods, or the Blue Bloods, which are known as ancient people, which is why there is a show called Blue Bloods. Pay attention to that light right there, that portal, that beam. So, anyways, these are very important things, okay? So, the connection to the Blue Bloods, or the Critica bird, a peacock that is blue, an ancient bird. The bird connected to the nakshatra is pure blue, or your third eye is blue, or the Twitter used to have the blue bird. I don't know if it still does. I know it's the X symbol now, but we used to send out the blue bird tweets. You know what I'm saying? That's an ancient symbol, pioneers. You know, we talked about the UNC Tar Heels shooting, etc. But anyways, this blue blood, the Israelites, the Phoenicians, got their Tectonic blue color that came from a particular type of crab or squid or some sort of arthropod called Hilaison. The Hilaison is what they would use to rub that blood on their skin to get this pigment, this color. That was very fascinating, very amazing, you know, for us to learn about. So, you know, I've done research, other people have, about how blue didn't exist. And if we go farther back in time, you know, ancients people, they didn't see blue. I think it has a lot to do with the light spectrum shifts that we see in this world. The sun, you know, focal point, the one we're used to up in the sky, it was depicted as used to being red, like on the Japanese flag. It's not a setting sun or a rising sun like they say. It used to be a red sun, a different color spectrum in this realm we lived in. And in the variety of colors alone that we had at the time that we experience in the world now, there are more colors now, like there are so many colors, weird names of colors, you know, small variants of colors, blues and greens and reds and pinks and purples. That's because the sun changed to a whitish color nowadays, from a red to an orange to a yellow to now a whitish bluish source. You know, if we still had more of a red spectrum color, we would not have blue in this day. But now as the color spectrum has shifted through time, it's went from red to orange into the yellow, into the white, and now into the whitish blue. That's why we're seeing this white blue symbolism, giving rise to all these different colors and light spectrum. The legends indicate that these God-type extraterrestrial entities, or Elohim, or whatever gods people like to see these as, they used to be depicted as pasty pale, white-skinned individuals, or like a grayish blue extraterrestrial being, and that they landed on a holy mountain, Mount Haran, Mount Meru, or, you know, whatever. They landed on this holy mountain, Olympus, Sinai, whatever script you're reading, you know, and if you have a blue light emitting from this mountain, the people would look at this mountain and they would see these people that would look like, well, Smurfs. These people that would have actually like a blue glow to them because they were in proximity to this light. But if they were in proximity to other colors, they could appear different. If they had pasty albino looking skin, they would appear still a different color. The eyes, sometimes in my research I found, like in the book of Moses, it would depend on how energetically our atmosphere was charged. It would charge the body spirit within. The spirit would reveal itself to people through the eyes. People who were good-natured, in touch with their higher self, their terrestrial earth energy. They would have glowing blue eyes like Avatar Aang in the cartoon. Actual light that emitted from their eyes. So when Moses in the Bible has a translation where horns came out of his eyes and his face, that word horn is akin to the word beam. So like beams of light that came out of his eyes. And it was dark at the time, so people would freak out because his eyes were glowing as he got close to this holy mountain that energetically amplified his very own energetic spirit or soul or charge, the godlike consciousness. So it's pretty amazing, pioneers, when you really do your due diligence and research. But the people that knew how to make this highly covenant blue color is where the word Phoenician even came from. It represented this purplish blue you, this goo that you would rub on you, the structural color that we hear today. You know, we see Lexus brought it out. Structural color was developed by Lexus, and it symbolizes the species of a butterfly found in South Africa. We just had the BRICS conference held in South Africa, the 15th annual BRICS conference, that 15 again, but it's structural blue. That's why sometimes when you see the reflection of my blue eyes, you're not really seeing blue. You're seeing structural blue, okay? But it is, the human eye is created by light interference on a microscopic lattice surface structure of the morpho butterfly's wings, or the dung beetle, the beetles in ancient Egypt. These were ancient, chameleon type paints or reflective colors. But again, this was highly coveted, and they did not share this color with just anyone. Again, it represented the highest Phoenicians that were blue, were purplish, and the ultimate one was actually talking about that structural color that was such a dark purple that it looked black until the light hit it at a certain way, and then it looked violet purple. The most covenant, hardest to get. So, why so blue, pioneers? Why is it that Goku turns, or Vishnu, the god of Hindu, they're depicted as blue? Or Goku turns Super Ascended Saiyan blue. Why is it that we see these things all in these cartoons showing us the truth? It's right in front of our eyes. It's because you are blue. But do not be Blue's Clues. Clueless. Know the truth, pioneers. So let's do this. Let's dive even deeper. What do we want to get into? We've decoded the Maui blue fires. We've talked about it. Again, this happened on 8/8, and when we look at that and connect it to the blue moon, we saw it was 22 days. The master builder, master destroyer number. Not surprising. It started on the 220th day of the year, dropped to 0. That's the 22. And we know, well, Hawaii got a reset for sure. 22. A recycle is coming, and a change is here. 22. Not surprising. I teach you this, pioneers. It's all in this code. So that reminded me, because when we connected it to the today, 9/1, September 1st, wake me up when September ends, pioneers. I mean, this is just a great song. From the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are, as my September ends. Yeah, there it is. When September, wake me up when September ends, pioneers. We know it's going to be a chaotic month. Rosh Hashanah, Yom Kippur, it is all near, it is here. National Preparedness Month before we head into the end of the year. And we've been preparing you for this time frame for over a year. So let's be prepared, pioneers. So, we've talked about all this. But it did remind me, when we tied it to today, it being 24 days of, well, the 24th element, which is, it's chromium, but it's blue, pioneers. It is blue. And there's the medical symbol for Mercury, or Hermes, or what looks like, kind of like a skull and a brain with wings. I don't know, but it's just got this round beam, this round circle, reminding me of, well, kind of like the dew that people were saying caused a fire and it could be true, in Hawaii. It would have been a beam that we talked about coming out of Moses' eyes, the horns, etc. But it's giving us that 51 again, that 1551 chromium, the 24th letter. So, what also is interesting is 2 plus 4 is 6, and we know that, well, pioneers, if you did not know, that blue has a visible light spectrum of a frequency of 6.66 hertz. So it's all tied to the 3 sixes, the 6 protons, 6 electrons, 6 neutrons in your body that make up every cell of every atom of every cell of your body. So again, unlock your third eye, your blue chakra, okay, before you can ascend to your purple, your higher chakra, your 7th chakra, your crown chakra, pioneers. That's my goal here, is to teach you this. So again, seeing all this chaos, distractions that we try and teach you to stay away from, it's just not surprising to see this happen 22 days before the blue moon in the approaching the month of September, starting today, which is the 22nd year anniversary of 9/11, and we've been preparing for another major global event. Lockdowns round 2, batter change Joe Biden, alien invasion, another 9/11 type war narrative, etc. So not surprising again to see all this, and now we're getting reports of this new possible variant, BA.2.86, whatever, that's supposed to be a lot more worse. This could be the one that I've talked about for over a year that could, well, as I've said, they say will mutate to the brain, okay? Pushing fear, more, panic, who knows? More lockdowns, round 2 coming soon. They're already talking about implementing more mandates and etc. So they're already trying to find a cover story because they don't have one as the 2024 elections come up. So again, this is all coming up as gonna be the Omega event. In Greek, the last letter of the alphabet is the 24th letter. It's the Omega symbol, pioneers. So remember, I wouldn't even be surprised if they call this next variant or outbreak the Omega one, because I do think it's happening. Even though a lot of people are skeptical about this, they don't believe it, etc. They need a cover story. They need a cover story for next year's elections, and we know this. So what is it going to be? Alien invasions, more lockdowns, more wildfires? Is it going to be a cyber narrative? We saw Polygon, Cyber Polygon, remember that, so who knows? But something is coming. But with all that being said, pioneers, we'll grab a quick drink of water, and then we'll get straight into talking about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So the last couple of weeks for crypto have been pretty insanely volatile, alongside with the breakout of the indice markets like the stock market. The Dow Jones, still just breaking out over the last few weeks. So I want to be talking about what I'm watching for confirmation of both bearish, bullish scenarios in cryptocurrency. So maybe we can continue to profit in this market, in this community. The charts are telling me that right now is the time to get ready, to pay attention, okay? Not only is the world stage telling me that, the charts are continuing to tell me that over the last few weeks. So with all this being said, I want to jump into this video, but also say thank you to all of my pioneers, awakened souls, or werewolves that have been just so patient with me, because it's been really hard to get my work-life balance all into order so I can continue to make these weekly videos for you all lately since I've had this neurosurgery. And to be back out here tonight, thank you again. If you made it this far, you're a true pioneer. Hit that like button, that share. So, as we're getting into these charts for Bitcoin, I think right now is a very important time we need to be paying attention. So, for a couple of factors that we're going to be considering for the daily time frame, is the reason why Bitcoin is slightly broke out right here. It's really around this recent FUD news of the SEC win over Grayscale. Nonsense, What happened? Well, it came right back down. So, also the stock market, it had this recent breakout in the short time frame. So, we've been watching for the stock market and cryptocurrency to make a new move. See if we can break these previous highs. See if the stock market can break its previous highs at 3600. Do we set a higher high? Who knows? Do we get a pullback here? Don't be surprised. But yeah, if that's the case, we can expect to see Bitcoin pull back even further, probably down to 21, or even I'm gonna say $18,100 roughly, 187, around that range. So most likely we are going to be coming back down to retest this prior breakout point of probably 21,700 is what I'm thinking. This fall to 15,000, a bounce and an uptrend. This was our March 10th banking crisis, so I'm just seeing a possible retest of at least 21.5, and that's where it stands right now, and we're just about to probably hit that. So if we're going to see this big continuation to the downside, what we more or less want this to be, pioneers, is some type of, ABC corrective wave. And the problem with this is the B wave is just not looking good to me right now, because I would consider it to come from right here to here, and it's still possible this is true, because the C can come down. It usually is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern, sometimes a 6, 7, but who knows? We can just see this continue to drain down to around these levels I'm talking about before continuing up. So who knows? That's what I'm seeing right now. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a setup that you need to play, that this is what's going to happen, because we can still come in here and hold support right here, and as long as we're setting above 24,008, roughly 25.5, where we're at now, roughly, then we can see signs for continuation. But the problem I'm seeing right now is the 223 EMA crossing the 200 SMA on the daily, and then the 21 crossing both of them, just bearish. So we saw this instant breakout from the Grayscale winning of the SEC and this news event that triggered the price event to move in a certain way. Generally, we twin tower right back over it. They're not to be trusted. Buy the rumor, sell the news, and then, reaccumulate. So it's just like when XRP won their lawsuit. Everybody thought it was going to go to new all-time highs. Instead of buying the news, instead of buying the rumor, they bought the news, and now they're still holding, probably at a loss right now if they sold, or they're down on their investment. So the problem with this comes the fact that everybody sells the news that's sophisticated. Everybody that was buying the rumor back here, buying the rumor, they've been selling these news every time we get news around these rallies. So the thing about this is, all we gotta do is pay attention, build a thesis, a crafting skill, okay? But all we've been doing is coming back and retesting this prior mid-range. Look at this breakout right here. Rejection. Okay, so we've got these 28k levels that we just can't seem to break right now. We broke out coming out of the 28th of August into this level. Why? Because, well, I'll teach you. August 28th gives you 117, the 51 that we've talked about. Bitcoin. gives you 117. So, anyways, if we were to continue to lose the entirety of this wick and we close all the way back down, I personally see us going to 22,700, 400 to 22,300, before making another decision, another bounce. Okay, maybe we come up here, get rejected from 26.8, 27. Maybe it's only 26K that we come back to, 26.5. But I do think if we lose this 25.5, this 25K level, it's going to be a straight drop if we were to pull a fib. Yeah, that's not how I want to do it. Yeah, I can definitely see us come all the way back down to this 236 and maybe even lower, like I said, to around that 187. Because again, this is just a fib pool from the March 10th banking crisis. So this would be enough for us to get a great healthy buying opportunity and then, hold, kind of like a double bottom structure, or maybe even still, a low, a higher low, and then continuation. I do want to mention the fact with the problem with this is if the Dow Jones continues to be bullish, instead of going down like I've thought it would for the last several months, I still do think we're eventually going to come down. But if the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the US 100 continues to go up, then I don't know what's going to happen with Bitcoin right here. If we do go down, it's gonna happen real quick, you guys. This 25K has been support for so long that if we lose it, to me, it's gonna be a quick and sudden sell-off. A big liquidation wick, and be right back up to the 702 at around 28K. This previous move around the 28th of the month, just like this right back here. So we've got the support level of 22.3, 22.4, the 236 if we go back to March with our fib pool from high to low. So that's how I'm viewing it right now. It would be very similar to this right here, just a 1, a 2, a 3. Well, I'd consider this a 1, and this is very similar right here to this back here, just more drawn out over time is what I'm viewing. Noticing past data recognition. So I think we're just still waiting to finish this move before going up one more time possibly. But we start to lose 21, 18.7, 18.1. We can expect to possibly go down even lower to 15 and below. Depending on what happens on the world stage, what narrative are we about to see? People are waking up right now and they're talking about things. They're seeing things going on with finance, with Chapter 9s, capital impairments, bankruptcies, and Chapter 11s all over. They're seeing these banks default. They're starting to see the narratives of gas is pushing closer to $4 now. Dang, it's been at $3.60 the last few weeks. So again, all these things happening in divine order in time. So, but anyways, let's continue to talk about Bitcoin on the weekly time frame. All right. So, still drawing. So what happened to the weekly candle? There it is. Pioneers. What happened to this weekly candle? This is a long wick theory. We teach you about this. Are you serious? So we should have known back here on August 15th, August 14th, around the Nixon shock. The 51st anniversary of the Nixon shock. There's that 1551 again. So, we should have known we were coming down. This is just a breakdown. Okay? but we came back up to 28,000, like 145, 150, whatever. But now we've retraced on this weekly all the way back down to, you see this red line, 25,800. Just a hammer doji, just down. So just showing me pressure, sell pressure, bear is stepping in, about to punish the bulls is what we've got here. This is a long wick theory that we're paying attention to on the weekly. One of the longest wicks we've had for the last several weeks, going all the way back to right here. And then we saw what happened with this long wick theory. We pushed right up after. Then we continue to push down throughout the next few weeks. Paying attention to the 36, 37, 38th week. Murder, that 38. We get in murder. But anyways, so if we break to the downside, we can see 22.3. Maybe hold next week. This week, hold this range of our, falling wedge. That has a 68% chance of a breakout. But we have to hold this weekly support level of 24,800 to 223 exponential moving average, tying us back into our favorite skull and bones pals in the 223 years. So if not, we can see a move a lot lower at a Bitcoin, just ride and drain throughout October, November, the end of the year possibly. All the way into our October eclipse, just drain down lower. So we know the bulls have got to show up. We got to get some volume. RSI, stochastic RSI. Stochastic RSI has got a chance to make a run. RSI has still got some chance to drain though. So let's go to daily, and let's go right here. Just look at this. You see this one day where we move up 6.18%, get a rejection from our 28K psychologically, and then just break down. Hold support, 257. That's the 55th prime number, is where we're kind of holding support right now. A lot of wicks and candle body closes above this 257 range. So we got multiple days of just consolidation, contraction, sideways before we got a decision. And now I think the decision is being made. So I think we're in this ABC wave. Just where does this C wave end? Do we eat up this wick and go to 23.7, 22.7, 22.3 in the 223 year? Who knows? So that's what we're paying attention to. We lose this 21.5, that's where we're going to get really cautious and bearish. We're going to start accumulating with limit orders that are already set at around 187. Murder, the 38th week of the year. Murder by Numbers, released in 1983, and that 181 range. We got 2 limit orders set to buy at these ranges, just in case. How far does this go? So, we know this was a news pump. That's all it was. They're hard to trade unless you're prepared, unless you know and are aware. The full moon was right here. It was a blue moon, a super moon, the 3rd super moon of this year in a row, leading into the last. And the last super moons we will see until 2037, super blue moon. So very, very, kind of reminding me of some eclipse time periods back here in December, when we had these 2021 back-to-back eclipses, December 4th, or in May, December 4th back here, just completely sold off on this full moon time period. So, again, people are asking, is the new moon, is the full moon, is the blue moon bullish? Is it bearish? Well, it's showing to be bearish, continuing to be bearish. Full moons are bearish. There are 2 full moons this month. They are bearish. The first full moon, obviously, of August right here, we pumped on that day, but only the Twin Tower right back down and eventually into a lower low right after the new moon. So we really didn't even make another high during this moon. We were getting ready to energy down with this, this very special time period, the August full moon, the blue moon, the 51st anniversary of the Nixon shot. Pay attention to the 15s I've shared today. So, anyways, so pioneers, we know plan A is continue to watch for a breakout or a breakdown and continue to short. Right now, we don't want to lose 25,700. That's a major critical level. 25,500. We lose these levels, we can continue to plan to short. Okay? All the way down to around, I would say, honestly, right now, I'm looking at 2-hour time frame. I'm looking at that 24,200 level pretty closely for some reason. The 242. So I'm looking at that to exit at the short I'm in currently for some cryptos, to judge if Bitcoin gets down here. Where is my short at? What am I at? And can I de-risk? But anyways, that's what I'm looking for. Again, I do think this is going to be a possible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pattern all the way down in this C wave. Who knows? I could be wrong. Maybe this C wave is over and we're holding this critical support of 25.3, 25.5, but I doubt it, you guys. Again, when we look at things like the RSI, yes, on the 2-hour time frame, it has a chance to continue to go up, like I said. But when we get back to the daily and other things like the weekly, that's where it looks scary. So that's what I'm paying attention for. But news for daily 2-hour time frames to push up is breaking 27k, 27,200, or breaking back above 28k, getting a higher high than this previous high right here, but then only to break and continue setting higher highs than our previous highs, confirming that this is our low for now. So we can take a quick look at XRP, and it's doing the same thing, you guys. It's just nothing right now is showing me anything bullish. Again, a sell-off back here from around 7.3, July 30th. Sacrifice equals 73. Ritual sacrifice equals 73. And just like in Bitcoin and other charts, we've seen nothing but a ritual sacrifice since the 7.3 date. Right back here on August 15th. Just like Bitcoin, just like other cryptos, on the Richard Nixon shock, the 51st anniversary of it, we've just seen nothing but a downtrend leading into the blue moon, which can still even go lower to around, if Bitcoin drops pretty low, XRP I can expect to drop to around 32 cents. But that's going to cause a lot of chaos in the XRP army community. I'm sorry, truth hurts, but don't expect anything higher than 54.5, 57, 58, or 62 cents right now. It's just, and if we do, then we can come out and talk about it. But be lucky if we even get back up to 51 right now without getting a clear resistance and rejection, just like Bitcoin, coming back down. So with that being said, just be aware. Don't pay attention to the distractions on the world stage, the news that's going on, your favorite YouTube crypto enthusiast that's spitting out nonsense. Just build your own thesis that we teach you here. Pay attention, follow the news, follow the charts that we share, the thesis, the mindset. And again, thank you all for viewing the Daily Candle Close News. Glad to be back out here again talking about Maui Blue and all these ritualistic things that we've been seeing, these distractions on the world stage. But I think I'm going to leave it here. We've pretty much talked about everything. I think Mary, Mother Mary, who was often, seen in blue, wearing blue, that was something I missed, but I was just trying to go over some things. But yeah. It looks like we got everything, you guys. But again, you guys, just somebody please wake me up when September ends. And I think that's how we'll we'll end this video. Just listening to this. Take care. God bless. Pioneers rise.
Wake me up when September ends.
You didn't. Tell me you didn't. Tell me you didn't do it. Tell me you didn't do it, please. Please tell me you didn't do it. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Please, you didn't do it, please, oh god. Please. How can you do that about somebody?
I wanted to tell you.
I love you so
I love you
much.
too.
No.
Stop. Just listen.
How can you do this? Oh my god. Oh my
When I
god.
thought of all people you would understand. Why don't you understand? I did this for us. I did it for us. This is supposed to make it easier. I thought you'd be proud of me. I thought at least of all people you would understand why I did this.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Ring out the bells again, like we did when spring began. Wake me up when September ends. Here comes the rain again, falling from the stars, drenched in my pain again, becoming who we are. As my memory rests, but never forgets what I lost. Wake me up when September ends. Summer has come and passed. The innocent can never last. Wake me up when September ends. Like my father's come to pass. 20 years has gone so fast. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends. Wake me up when September ends.
Alright, pioneers. You know what to do. Stay blue, stay golden. You're the true blue, the Avatar, the Jake Sully, the Neo. Go Super Saiyan, Cinder Saiyan Blue. You are H3O2, structured jelly water, be water. You're 70, 80, 90% water. Water is blue. Elohim, which is the word of God in the Hebrew text. It means God. Comes from that Elohim, which means the God of the seas. Water is blue. The skies are blue. That ties you into, well, Neptune, the God of the air. Uranus, the God of the sky. Blue. So pioneers, be blue. Don't let it worry you. Take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next one. Pioneers rise. Build your fortress. Build your legacy.